Hello, it's Woody Zoo here, and I am back with Siege. Well, Siege is back, as we know. It's been gone for about a week and a half, is it? Or was it 2.5 weeks? I can't remember. A week and a half, I think. Yeah, and it's finally back. And we should really be losing this one this week. We won the last two we done. We're creeping a bit too high for our contribution. You know, the people that actually fight in Siege. It's not their fault. Like in a lot of sieges. Siege is like a bit weirdly balanced, isn't it? Like the top end of your guild is likely to be able to do it, but then the bottom half of your guild isn't so likely to be able to hit some of these, most of these towers. But anyway, all baff and waffling on the side. I want to use Ken and Fire Chun today in Siege, amongst other monsters, obviously. And I want to give it a go, and I want to do it on while I'm YouTubing. So I've had a quick look through these, and I looked at this team here, and I thought this would be a good Ken showpiece, because I've got to go obviously where he's either heavily protected if there's a water in there, or I've got to go where there's no water. Now these Siege teams seem to be pretty clever. Most of them got quite a lot of rainbow defences and that. And you've got to be really careful what you're taking into stuff when you're fighting against rainbows, which is why I say to everyone, always do your rainbow defences, because they are harder to beat. The people have to think harder on what they're going to use, which I'll show you in a minute. One that I found that isn't that way, and I won't have to think so much to beat it. Fingers crossed, unless RNG completely screws you over. So here, I was thinking one of two ways to go. I could either go with immunity, or I could go with Galleon and hope I go first and sort of like nuke them out. But I think I'm going to play it a little bit safer, because I've already shown Ken with Galleon, so I end with attack buffs. So I think we'll use him like without the attack buffs this time, and see what sort of down-to-earth damage he does. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put him, still going to protect him to a degree of we don't want his defense broken, and we don't want the team provoked, etc, etc. So what we could do here is we'll have a lead. The lead will be, so hopefully I'm fast enough to go first, and then we can just get some defence breaks and some provokes off, and we can sort of see what Ken can do there. Quite like the look of this team, so let's just go straight into it and see what happens. I don't know how well they're ruined. This is the first battle. The Jean was fast. I reckon she's probably like 240. So yeah, she's reasonably fast by looks things. So we're going to protect ourselves. We'll see if we can get any defence breaks. We've got the defence break, because they've got a resistance lead. We've got the defence break on the Retish, so we're going to go ahead and hit straight into him. This should do some nice damage. Look at that damage. One shot on him. Pretty amazing, right? Right, so now here come the additionals. He's been silenced. That was a nice stun. So we're going to work on the John. We might be able to get a lucky stun somewhere here, but we didn't. Right, you can. Got the provoke off, which is what we didn't want. That strip would have been nice. So a nice stun there with how you can. Right, okay, so we've got our sanctuary back up, which is exactly what we needed. Can we get a lucky stun here? We've got 2 units that stun. I think I'm going to go straight in to his third again. Not so much damage, but he's going to get second go as well, and then he's hit the brown, so that should finish her, maybe. Oh, so close. Oh, he's actually healed himself, and there we go. And that's over. So Jean would be a very heavily defense-based monster, and as you saw what he just done to the Retish, he completely took the Retish out. It was brilliant. So again, that team wasn't badly ruined, and he's definitely passed the test again. I could have taken a lot of different things into it. It's not like I could have only taken him, but at the end of the day, there was no attack buff. It was just a defense break, and he one-shot a Retish. So that's never easily done. Right, where are we now? Right, we've got the space. Right, this is the defense I want to take it into. Again, right, this is not rainbow. So yes, the Orion has got a chance to cause us a little bit of bother, but then all we're going to do here is take I have 2 Renas. One is, there we go, we're going to take Rena there, and then what we can simply do is take a wind threat, which we're going to take Sierra, and we are going to go full, because we won't risk anything today. There's no need. I'm not after mega points or anything, so What we could do is we could put another bomber in, or we could put a bit of sustain in. There's lots of different things. We could put an attack buff in. And once that Sierra's gone, I mean, there's no buffs on their side. They're not going to hit for crazy damage. Really, it's the Orion that's going to cause a defense break, which would actually cause us the most problem. So I think what we could do here is we could go Fran, if we can find her. So I've put stuff in storage when I've done my mass summons. So I've got loads of stuff all over the place. So just bear with me. There she is. Right, and we'll go there. Now, in theory, my Sierra should be completely untouched. He derped anyway. So we're not scared by anything else. The thing we actually want to kill is the Orion, because that's the one that can play havoc to us. Again, this is why you need to, I say it every time, this is why you need to run rainbows. There's just no threat here. There's no attack buff. Unless the Orion goes absolutely ham, which is so unlikely. And that's the end of the Sierra. I mean, it can't be much easier. I could have really just gone in this with 2. But, guys, if you just take your time, just think for a minute. And, yeah, you can just go into some of these teams with absolute ease. There we go. Really easy win. So yeah, I wanted to do that one just to show you guys, that these are what we call meta monsters. All 3 of them really are meta monsters, but it was such an easy win because they were just put in a bad combination. And that's a mistake people made, the bad combinations. Right here, I'm not sure how fast they're going to be, but I'm not particularly scared either. So I'm not even going to use a speed lead. So I'm going to fat lush on this, and I can take anything I want really. Kind of fancy, I've just rebuilt my Fae, so I kind of fancy a Fae. Again, this team doesn't seem to make much sense. There's no fire threat again. I mean, they could be really, really tanky, but likeness is I'm going to be wiping them all out, which I am. Beautiful. That was 22k hit with no attack buff. That little Fae buff was lovely. Right, so yeah, we've taken that on with absolute ease. Here, I don't really get this team neither. I'm not sure where the damage is going to come from. There's no defense break. There is an attack buff. So really, it would be a case of taking out the Halsveg. There's no need for me to. They've got no defense break, so there's no need for me to take immunity or anything to buff the Bolveric. So the Bolveric's going to stack if we give ourselves beneficials. So to be honest, there's no real need for us to give ourselves beneficials here. So this is the sort of team which I'd love to take a Raccoon in, because Raccoon can heal, but he's not really buffing anybody. So we'll take Raccoon if we can find him. He is around, isn't he? Yeah, most of my stuff's around. So we're going to take a Raccoon. And then we're going to look where to do some decent damage output. I quite like the idea of Verd's turn cycling here. We haven't got to worry about the Bolveric too much. He's not going to stack. He's going to stack from Halsveg, but after that he's not going to stack. So we just need something now really to maybe a little bit of sustain, or we don't want to be hitting the Juno for like too many negative effects and stuff, obviously. I'm not sure if we'll run the first turn or not, so a My-Ho might be a little bit dangerous. But we could go My-Ho, not Nomina, we'll go My-Ho. Wherever my My-Ho is, yeah, again, I do apologise. I have no idea where my units are at the minute. I've probably gone past it and you guys are like, it's there. There it is. Right, let's just take this in here. Now, even if it seems fast and gets first turn, which it isn't, I just don't really see where it's going to go. But we might be able to get the stun here, which we didn't. We can Familiar back up. Got the stun on me, though. Go figure. Okay, the one we didn't want to stun. See if we can stun again. Right, there we go. We've got the stun this time. So again, we're just going to work on this Halsveg. We should turn cycle pretty nicely, to be honest. We're not having much luck with the stuns, This is ridiculous. So he's, on the other hand, having all the stuns in the world. Okay, we're going to give the Maiho another go. Give her another chance. I could have probably one-shot him there. There we go, there's the stun. So the Rakuni is doing a beautiful job with this constant heal. Oh, sorry, I just done the wrong person. I wasn't paying attention. Now we'll just go into the second. So we're going to keep going Maiho onto Spolveric, and then obviously we're going to do third for the turn cycling onto the Juno. And this constant bits of heal, which are beautiful. We're going to straight away get the Maiho again. There's not much you're going to be able to do with this turn cycling. It's just going to be way too much for them. Way too much. Again, you've got to take some sort of threat. I have no idea what the thought process was behind this defence. I mean, a lot of siege defences, there was just no thought process going in. You really should think about what you're putting in and how it's going to win fights. So I have absolutely no idea how this team ever thought it was going to win. Because it just never was. There was never any threat for us. And there we go. Team taken, just like that. Okay, there's one more left on this one. We will take the base. I'm not sure how many of you guys have faced the Fire Warbear, but it can be quite a pain. So it does a lot of countering. So you have to be very careful with it, and it's countering. So basically here, someone has fought it through. They've got a Wind Monkey that counters, and they've got an Ursula that counters. So they're banking on, you hitting and getting countered. So the idea here would really to be take the monkey out first. I'm not too scared about the Praha. I mean, she's got the multi-hit in the heal and that, but she could stun away. It's always a risk you take. I would like to run a fire team in here, and I would actually really like to run sort of risky team, but I would like to go this, and instead of them constantly countering us and provoking us, I would like us to take the control and to stun them. So my team's pretty fast here, so hopefully I should get first turn, and the only thing I'm really worried about is the Wind Monkey there at this present time. So it's nice that if I can get this Wind Monkey beat, which I can in one go, which is beautiful. Now here is where he's going to counter me. And look at that damage. Brilliant damage, isn't it? I told you it's a... Oof. Right, we need to try and stun him up. I did warn about him being a very powerful unit. So now we've got hope. Now escape, we can... there we go, we've got him. Whew. Pretty impressive, wasn't he? See, that is what I like when the units are that impressive. I think that was a lovely double crit, actually. Off crit again. Oh. Don't stun. Beautiful, missed the stun. Which means we've won. So that was risky. That's what I mean. I've faced a couple of them before, and if they're ruined right, not a bad unit, eh? Take a look into that one. That hit me some serious damage. I mean, I didn't really get time to look at it properly, but that hit for some serious damage, didn't it? If they'd had Will on the Wind Monkey as well, that could have been a whole different story. I reckon I'd lost that. Right, so the base is just opened here. This is a 4-star base. So we used Ken, and we used Ken well. There we go. And now we're going to try and use our Chung Li. So here I'm looking for the first turn. I'm looking to get rid of the Lauren. I get rid of the Lauren. I'm thinking it's game over. We're going to use our fast Rourke. We're going to use this is the Chung Li, by the way. Super fast Chung Li. 292. And then we're just going to... what should we use a third? I would still like a little speed lead, really. I'm not sure what's going to be on Will and what isn't. I don't really know what to use here. I could use a Lauren as well and just bank on my speed being that much faster. I kind of like that idea. So with that 10 speed lead, unless this team's really, really fast, got a really fast Lauren, I'm hoping I take the first go. There we go. And I tell they're not particularly fast. It's probably about a 230 Lauren. So we're going to buff here. Our only threat really, again, it is our only threat is the Lauren. The Lauren has got the defense break and the attack bar. So if we get rid of that, they're going to team up. Reduce the attack bar. We're going to reduce the attack bar again. She's going to spin into her second go. And she's done her job. So then we're going to go straight into the third. Stop any spin cycling. What the hell am I talking about? Any speed cycling. And boom. Chun-Li does her job. She's definitely going to be useful in Siege. I would definitely recommend people buying her, ruining her fast if you can. But you don't have to be as fast as I was. I could have gone Gara again because I've got 2 Garas, but I'm aware of how much I do just go Gara all the time. So I want to take it away from Gara there. And, it's a pretty friendly team to use. A Lauren, farmable. Obviously, a Chung isn't farmable, but the amount of scrolls you're going to get and the amount of scrolls people are popping, you've got a good chance of getting one. So if you've got one, there you go. It's a nice little team to use it in. Double success there. Love that. Are we still getting our bases taken over? Not too sure. I'm absolutely shattered. I've had a poorly baby all day, and she's got a cold. Excuse me. Which in turn, that's a sneeze, to give me a cold. So yeah, we've got the ward household is a bit poorly. So here, this is a common team, and I've still got a team I can use to beat this. So what I like to use against this is a bomb team. So what we do is we're going to take Malacca. And really what you're after is Will Shield. So I've got a Taurus, which is Will Shield. And he should, unless he gets defense broke, he should be able to take the hit from Garo, because Garo hasn't got an attack buff and he won't have a defense break. So that should be fine. Again, you can play safe here with a Triana, or you can use a Fran for the attack buff and that. Here we'll just use a Triana, I think, and that's put us safe. So this sort of team again, Cyan will work as well if you've got Cyan. You just got to hope. It wasn't defense broke, but it was stunned. But luckily, I think we can get these bombs off. We can heal him up, and then we can get bombs off, and then we can attack break. The Malacca's a brilliant monster, by the way. Absolutely love Malacca. If you've got Malacca, build Malacca. The bombs, the defense break. He's just brilliant. And this should be enough really to finish them off. It's pretty easy. This defense is getting a bit dated now. I've got to be honest. You can easily make a couple of bomber teams, and then it's just an easy victory. So there's that one. B. Again, anything Will Shieldy you've got, you can take into these. I do have a couple other Will Shield teams, but I don't want to take the same defence on over and over again. Is that a Xiolin? Yeah, it is. This is a weird team. So that Xiolin could be really tanky because it could be used in R5 and stuff. So that could be a really fast team. With the fire and the 2 waters, you know, it's not something you're going to be looking to Lushan, because, Lushan's going to be den food to the Kum, and how are you going to kill a Kum? You're going to have to take something else. So oh, my baby's woke up. Oh dear, she's a poorly girl. So here I'd kind of like to take a risk. I'm trying to think where I could go with this. I could first turn and get rid of the Zio. We could just go for the nuke for fun, but I don't think we'd go first, because the speed lead with the Kum, the Orion's likely to go first, unless we have a speed lead of our own. So what we could do is see if we could control them. For instance, a Megan Tyrone might possibly work. They're going to be tanky, so it's... Again, teams like this, and again with the Garo, Susano, Orion and stuff like that, you can just use twins, water twins, shield wheel water twins. They'll work an absolute treat against this sort of team. And again with Triana to be safe, and then the job's done. Okay, I've got 9 wings left. Where do I want to go with this? We could try something like this, and let's just see what happens. They can go first. They could mess us up, but you know it's a risk you take. So we'll go straight for the Zolin, and we've taken it. I have a very strong cat. I think it's like 220 crit damage or something. Okay, we're going to go for the Orion now, so he doesn't mess us about too much. We're going to slow down the Chun. Oh, we've got the stun as well. Lovely. Hopefully the cat doesn't get stunned. Of course it does. If one thing's going to get stunned, it's going to be the Mina. Why wouldn't it be? So hopefully we can kill the Orion this time round, because if we don't, we're going to be in trouble. The shield looks... Whoa, the shield is strong. Okay, right, we've got the attack buff back up now, so that doesn't matter though. So now she can really hammer that. Decrease the attack bar. Can we block the beneficial? Yes, we can. So we're going to do this just to try and get the slow on. No, didn't get the slow. Still crit. Done. Lovely job. Beautiful monster. So yeah, that's another win. Okay, that is where I'm going to call it a day. We're 8-0. I like to keep a couple of attacks back in case we just need to take a base right at the end. And we just need a couple more attacks. I think we've all been there where just at the end, you know, you think, oh, we just need to take that base. Anyone got any attacks left? Need that base, need that base. So, yeah, I just want to hold that off for that base. Hope the siege was good. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to showcase a few different teams, a couple of Street Fighter monsters. Just a point about these Street Fighter monsters, I'm actually not overly impressed, which is kind of a good thing, because if they come in really, really OP and completely change the meta of everything, that would have been very annoying. And they haven't. They've come in and the Dalsims seem pretty average. The Chun-Lis are definitely average, apart from the light. That is just ridiculously OP, so hopefully I'll get a lot of nerf. The Ryus, again, bar the dark, they just seem like normal units to say. I've seen a few streamers, not too bad, not too good, you know, kind of just okay. So yeah, I like the fact that, you know, they seem pretty balanced, which is a good way. That's the way we want to go with it, isn't it, really, at the end of the day? We want to balance. We don't want loads of OP units that just screw everything around. Yeah, so I'll be back on soon enough with another stream. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Wardy out.